The story kicks off with Marcus Guerin, a top-notch hitman working for some shadowy organization. He's on his way to take out a target on orders from his buddy and mentor, Robert Zane. Marcus strolls into a bar, spots his mark, a Chinese mobster, heading to the restroom with 2 bodyguards. Calm and collected, Marcus takes down the guards with ease and then finishes off the mobster. Job done. He heads back to his safe house, peels off a fake mustache, and sends proof of the kill to his bosses. Just as he's about to call it a day, Zane calls to congratulate him and pitches another job for the next day. Marcus hesitates because he's got anniversary dinner plans with his wife, Amy, but Zane twists his arm, and Marcus reluctantly agrees. The next day, Marcus is home with Amy and their daughter, Kimberly. He's looking forward to their evening plans, but secretly gears up for his mission instead. While Amy gets ready for their date, Marcus is at his safe house, perfecting his disguise. Then Amy gets a text from Marcus's phone, saying the date plans have changed. Confused but trusting, she follows the message's instructions. Meanwhile, Marcus, now in disguise, is tailing his next target. He spots the guy heading into a back room with 2 others. As he moves to follow, Marcus has no clue that Amy has shown up and spotted him in his disguise. She decides to follow him, but takes a different path. Inside the back room, Marcus finds 3 European men showing off some advanced tech they plan to sell. As Marcus sneaks in, Amy struggles to track him. Marcus doesn't waste time. He bursts into the room and takes out each man with precise shots. One guy tries to fight back, but Marcus overpowers him and breaks his knee. Then, out of nowhere, a shirtless guy with a shotgun appears, but Marcus improvises and takes him down with a table leg. The last man standing tries to shoot Marcus, but Marcus quickly ends him. Just as he's about to leave, he's stunned to find Amy standing there, riddled with bullet wounds. She collapses into his arms, and he's left devastated. Fast forward a year, and Marcus is still haunted by Amy's death. Her mom now lives with him and helps take care of Kimberly. Before heading out one morning, Amy's mom urges Marcus to focus on Kimberly since he's been so distant. At his safe house, Marcus becomes convinced that there's more to Amy's death than he initially thought. A mysterious black envelope slides under his door. When he checks the hallway, there's no one there. Inside the envelope is a flash drive containing a video from a man named Roman Corza. Corza offers Marcus a $10 million contract to take out the world's most dangerous assassin and leaves a number for him to accept. Marcus brushes it off and heads home to celebrate Kimberly's birthday with her grandma. During the party, Kimberly wishes her dad could be happier. The next day, Marcus reviews some CCTV footage from the night Amy died and notices a cloaked figure entering the hallway. Just then, there's a knock on his door. Gun in hand, Marcus opens it to find Corza, who calmly invites himself in. Marcus brings up his suspicions about Amy's death, but Corza waves it off and shifts the conversation. He's there to personally convince Marcus to take the contract, knowing his skills. Marcus refuses, wanting to focus on uncovering the truth about Amy. Corza reminds him how life-changing $10 million could be for his family and introduces the target, Draco, the deadliest assassin alive. Marcus has heard of Draco, a near-mythical figure in their line of work, and grows curious about why Corza's employer wants him dead. Corza doesn't spill any details, but leaves his card before heading out. Not long after, Marcus gets a call and rushes to the hospital. Kimberly's heart condition has worsened, and the doctor warns that without a transplant, she won't make it. Kimberly wakes up and asks if she'll be okay. Fighting back his fear, Marcus reassures her. Determined to save his daughter, Marcus calls Corza and accepts the contract. Before leaving, Marcus visits Zane and fills him in on Kimberly's situation. Zane doubts Marcus can take down someone as elusive as Draco, but Marcus is resolved. He asks Zane to dig up any intel he can on Draco. Later, Marcus arrives at a fancy Tokyo hotel where Corza greets him and takes him to a penthouse. There, Marcus finds a room full of assassins, all gunning for the same contract. The group immediately starts sizing each other up, throwing shade and bragging about their skills. Corza's mysterious boss appears on a screen to address the assassins. Though he doesn't reveal his identity, He acknowledges each assassin's reputation. He lists their profiles. Marcus, a former U.S. intelligence operative. Angus, a freelance killer. Asha, a former MI6 agent. Cord, a Marine recon commander. Rick Nigel, another freelancer. Run, a Yakuza hitman. And Zachary, an ex-military sniper. The boss explains the real deal. The contract is a competition to see who's the best by taking down Draco. Zachary quickly changes his mind and decides he's done playing games. He tries to convince others to leave with him, but no one agrees. As he's about to head out, a massive explosion ends his life. The boss reveals to everyone that he is actually Draco, and he set up the whole tournament to take out other top assassins and crown himself the ultimate winner. He gives everyone 24 hours to rest and prepare for a final showdown, vowing to kill them all. Asha assigns Garen a room, and he immediately starts checking for bugs. They reminisce about their past attempts to kill each other, hinting that their rivalry will soon come to an end. Later, during tea time, Draco appears on a big screen, wishing everyone good luck. None of the assassins touch their tea though. Garen steps outside to take a call from Kimberly, assuring her he'll be back soon. Asha then approaches him, pretending to strategize, but she suddenly attacks him. She figures that the fewer competitors left, the better her chances of winning. They trade swift strikes, with Garen trying to talk her down. Despite her speed, Garen's skill outmatches her, and he subdues her with a chokehold. He spares her life though. That night, while the assassins gear up for battle, Garen dreams about Amy and Kimberly's health. Early the next morning, Korza gathers the assassins in a penthouse and lays out a selection of weapons for them to choose from. Each assassin draws a numbered coin from a bag, with Garen picking number 1. Angus switches coins with him, and Garen lets it slide. Angus arms himself with a shotgun, while Draco dons a menacing mask, ready for the hunt. The other assassins watch a live feed of the action as Angus stalks the floor for Draco, who moves like a shadow. When Draco finally appears, it's just a projection. The real Draco sneaks up on Angus, knocks him down with a powerful kick, and shoots him in the arm. A fierce firefight ensues, with Draco using sonic disruptors. Angus manages to land 2 shotgun blasts before Draco vanishes. Panicked, Angus fires wildly until Draco reappears and brutally finishes him off by severing his arm. The remaining assassins realize the game is rigged, and their chances of survival are slim. Garen suggests they team up to take down Draco and split the prize money. Most agree, but Nigel refuses, wanting all the money for himself. Garen draws the next contestant and confronts Draco on the screen, calling out the unfair competition. He proposes a group fight against Draco, who reluctantly agrees, but with a catch. Only 4 can fight him, and the 5th must die. Nigel faces off against Garen, but they soon notice Cord has left the room. Cord, armed with a pistol, is heading down the elevator to hunt Draco. He cautiously surveys the area and spots Draco on a monitor. Hesitating, he's ambushed by the real Draco, wielding a sword. Despite being torn up, Cord fights back fiercely, slamming Draco around and trying to choke him out. Draco counters with a knife, accelerating his attacks. Cord holds his ground, but ultimately succumbs to blood loss, and Draco finishes him off. Draco decides to face the remaining 4 assassins all at once. They prepare themselves, armed and ready, and head down in the elevator. As soon as they step out, a grenade explodes, scattering them. Asha is thrown back into the elevator, while the others split up to find alternate routes. Garen and Rin accidentally trigger a trap that separates them. Draco ambushes Asha, who cautiously wields a blade. Meanwhile, Garen encounters Kay's female helper, who attacks him with her own blades. Garen skillfully evades her attacks and finds an opening to take her down with a precise strike to the neck. Asha holds her own against Draco, impressing him with her strength and skill. But Draco toys with her, eventually overpowering her and stabbing her with her own blade before finishing her off. Garen finds her body on the stairs and sets out to find Draco. Rin, now alone, hears Draco taunting him over the speakers and is lured into a room. Wherein reveals his vendetta against Draco for killing his father. The two engage in an intense fight. Though Wherein proves to be the superior swordsman, Draco switches to guns. Wherein thrusts his blade into Draco's shoulder, forcing them in a hand-to-hand combat. Wherein holds his ground, but ultimately loses as Draco severs his legs and finishes him off. While searching for Wherein, Garen is ambushed by Nigel. They brawl, with Nigel gaining the upper hand initially. Garen recovers and counters, breaking Nigel's leg and sending him into a giant fan, killing him. Garen then finds Draco sitting in a room. The two face off, with Draco acknowledging their history of competition. Draco opens fire with a shotgun, but Garen dodges expertly, grabbing pistols to fight back. When their guns run out of ammo, they clash hand-to-hand. Draco activates a trap with a hidden gun, but Garen disables him with a powerful kick and grabs the weapon. Before he can shoot, Draco disappears into the shadows, taunting Garen about his family. Enraged, Garen is wounded by Draco's knife. They fight fiercely, both landing brutal blows. Just as Garen gains the upper hand, Korza enters, holding Garen at gunpoint. He orders Garen to leave and hands him access to the $10 million prize. Draco then makes a surprising request. He asks for Garen's help against a group of international assassins planning to establish a new world order. Garen listens but chooses to leave, needing to be with his daughter. 6 months later, Kimberly has recovered with a new heart. While they're eating, Garen sees surveillance footage of Amy's murder, revealing that Zahn was responsible. Draco shows up, confirming that Zahn cloned Garen's phone to lure Amy to her death. He informs Garen that Zahn has joined a deadly assassin group known as CR. Draco, determined to take them down, seeks Garen's support. Garen agrees, setting the stage for their next battle.